Hey guys, Thomas Edwards, creator and author of the upcoming book, The One-Up Effect. Today, we're going to talk about a pretty well talked about topic or question, which is, can happiness be measured? Let's answer the question, can it be measured? I personally believe the answer is yes. Happiness can be measured, and we've actually seen a lot of happiness reports put out there. And out of the many ways that we've seen different organizations put out reports, I've come up with two key factors in showing not only how happiness can be measured, but how you can measure your own happiness. Now, the problem with most surveys around happiness is that they focus on external factors. And to me, if you're worried about or trying to figure out how happy someone is about something outside of themselves, that's more of a satisfaction survey. Like, does the government make me happy? Does my pay make me happy? Does the access to goods and services make me happy? Like, yes, these are all vital and important key metrics of data key data points to focus on, but not around this idea of happiness. Because here's the truth. There's a researcher named Sonia Lyubomirsky. I'm hoping I'm saying her name correctly, but she wrote a book on happiness and did a study, and she actually was able to determine what percentages make up happiness. And what she discovered was that 50% of your happiness is determined based on genetics. Your normal baseline has actually been passed on to you from generation to generation. 10% of your happiness is made up of your life circumstances. So if you look at where you are in your life from a 3D perspective, that only makes up 10% of your happiness, which I thought was really interesting because we spend so much time trying to change our life circumstances. And I believe that's the reason why most of us feel unhappy. But what I thought was more interesting was that the remaining 40% of what makes up your happiness is actually around your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors toward life in general. Not just your life circumstances, but just towards life in general. And so how can we measure our happiness if it's mostly based on internal factors? Well, this is really interesting. Before I answer that question, I want to invite you guys for an opportunity to go on your own odyssey, play your own game, and design a life for yourself that's based on happiness and success. And it's through an amazing experience called The Quest. If you're interested in joining a group-led experience facilitated by me, please go to thomasedwardsjr.com/apply, get all the details, and I look forward to hearing from you. Now, going back to how do we measure our own happiness? Well, I actually created my own assessment to look at how fulfilled we are in different areas of our lives. And I call it the XP assessment because I feel like, in an RPG, your overall character type is determined by their experience level. But I like to use XP as a way for us to measure our own happiness through fulfillment. And you can actually access this online. You can go to thomasedwardsjr.com, or you can even go to theoneup.com and take the assessment for yourself. But what I wanted to explain to you is I created a small scale, and it's ranging literally from 1 to 4, asking you, how fulfilled do you feel in certain areas of your life? And I use 12 areas of your life, ranging anywhere from your mental, physical, spiritual wellness, to the people that are in your life, friends, family, romance, all the way up to your performance of whether it's professionally or just generally in life. And the scale goes from 1, meaning like it sucks, to 4, meaning like it's better than I could even imagine. And when you're able to look at that and give a really self-honest approach to looking at these different areas of your life, you start to see some interesting things that pop up. Maybe some areas of your life are really, really good. For example, a lot of my clients who come in to my programs tend to do pretty well physically, or they don't do and lack in other areas of their life. Other people tend to do pretty well professionally, but then they lack in other parts of their lives as well. But typically what you find is that there's one area of life that is absolutely amazing and better than they may have imagined. And then there's other areas that suck or aren't as good as they could be. And right there is where your game can be designed and created. But the thing is, people spend 90% of their time and their efforts and their brain capacity trying to change their life circumstances, which, as we've learned, is only 10% of the overall picture of happiness. And I think if we learn to take a different approach to really see that our happiness is actually the part that we can control, at least, our thoughts, our feelings, our behaviors, we have access to more happiness and success than we ever thought. But it does require that shift in perspective. And so the next time you look at happiness reports and seeing, which countries or which areas of the world are happy, I want you to keep this in mind and really pay attention to how they explain why they're so happy, where that actually comes from, and focus more on the internal factors such as generosity, kindness, well-being, groundedness, and generally how they feel about themselves, as opposed to other external factors that really they don't have any control over. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe to the channel as we send out videos every single day. Comment if you have any questions or want to learn more about what the idea of happiness and where these surveys come from. And of course, share this with someone who you think could hear this if they're struggling with happiness or just want to know more about happiness. If you guys want to learn more about me, the quest, and anything regarding happiness, success, games, and all things fun, you can go to theoneupeffect.com. Once again, it's Thomas Edwards, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow with our next video.